This is a story I've wanted to tell for years. Having grown up on a magical Scottish island, the legends of Skye have lived in my head forever. Now, with Canon, I'm bringing them to life. Hello! If you're new here, I'm Niamh. I live on a Scottish island. I was born and raised on the Scottish island. In fact, all my dad's family, generations and generations, basically are native to the island. And knowing that is quite relevant to today's video because I am setting out on a little bit of an adventure today. I am going to be filming kind of like a dream project of mine to share some storytelling about the island. If you don't know the Isle of Skye, it's very mystical and magical and just has so much folklore and everything like that. I mean, all the places are like the fairy pools, the fairy glen, the fairy bridge, there's the fairy flag, there's so many. It's really a part of our culture up here. Storytelling is a big part of our culture up here, and so through visuals I really want to continue telling and sharing those stories. I think it's nice to keep that culture alive, and growing up hearing like my papa tell me all these stories, I love it and I want to share it basically. But it's always been something that I've been a little bit scared to do, not in the sense of but just how do I capture this, because a lot of the folklore is intertwined with the landscapes. It comes from the landscapes, and so I really wanted to be able to capture those stories behind the landscapes and be able to create that through visuals. But I've never had the capability before. I've never felt like I've had the right equipment or tools, and it's just seemed a bit overwhelming. That was until I got my hands on the Canon EOS R50 V. It is going to help me bring my storytelling to life. This camera is so ideal for solo creators like me who really want to like start upping their game a bit with content creation and like taking it to that next level, but also making it easy to do so. It's just perfect for solo creators, especially ones who are out and about all the time, because it's so lightweight. It's portable, you can shoot in 4K, you can shoot vertically, which is great for content creators like me, where my main videos and content go on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. And it's so easy to use. Not only is the camera great for having all of those features, but it also has intelligent autofocus and Canon Log 3 for grading, which I think is like, I'm really excited to see what the final outcome is. But let's just go on the journey together and then see the outcome, I guess. Prepping for a hiking heavy content day is so essential. It's all in the planning. The first thing I always make sure is that I'm packing as light as possible, especially when I'm going up a hill like today, which is the first reason I'm so grateful to be filming on the Canon EOS R50 V, because it's so lightweight. Secondly, I need to make sure I've got the right gear on. Waterproofs, appropriate footwear and layers, of course. This was a really tough start to the project because the weather was just so miserable, and although that makes for some very cinematic shots, I couldn't even see the subject that I was trying to get, which was the Old Man of Storr itself. We walked right up to it, and even right beside it the visibility was so low I couldn't even pick it up with the naked eye. But it was so easy playing around with the Canon camera settings that I still managed to get some really cool shots, even though the lighting kept changing on me. A surprising success. As you can see, this project's taking multiple days, which is exactly what I mean when I say just how much goes into a 30-second video.
I'm hoping you can hear me okay, we're just by the river, but we're at location 2, it's the next day after the Storr, and the weather is finally cleared up, so at least you can actually see the locations today. But I am freezing. It's actually like 9:30 at night, because best way to avoid the tourists, and I just feel like it makes the place seem a lot more like mystical and magical when you don't see a bunch of tourists taking photos, because this bridge behind me is actually like really popular. But then the risk with that is coming at night. I think the midges are worse. They're bad all the time though, so anyways. But yeah, that's something that I always consider when I'm shooting in Skye, is when are the least amount of people going to be around. And the weather, obviously. But yeah, luckily for us, it's actually cleared up after being raining all day, but it still looks quite gloomy because it's the evening light, so it's kind of perfect actually, to be honest. So yeah, we're just shooting, and I'm just loving this so much. I just can't get over how lightweight it is and having so much fun. I feel like I'm a proper photographer, and yeah, this is making me a lot more excited. Yesterday was quite a difficult filming day with the weather and the mist, so this has kind of raised the spirits again.
Good morning guys, it is about 8:30. I'm just preparing for a very long shoot day today. We're going all the way down to Elgol, which is about an hour and a half from mine. Even longer in tourist season maybe, hoping not, because we've got a boat to catch and we're getting the boat over from Elgol to Loch Rushk, which has all been pre-booked and everything, because that's the other thing with when I incorporate these kind of things into filming days, you need to be aware that in tourist season everything gets booked up, so there's no way I could have just rocked up today. So it's pre-booked, we're getting the boat at 11 AM and the weather's looking very unpredictable, so I don't even know if the boat's actually going to run, but I've made myself a wee bagel for when we're there, because we're going to be spending the whole day over there. It's just a loch in the middle of the Highlands, which is the mountain range here, which means there's no cafe. Like, that's hilarious. So we're bringing some lunch, gonna stop off for some coffee en route I think. I'm gonna also bring a flask full of boiling water and an empty hot water bottle that I can then fill up when we're over there if it gets too cold while we're out filming, because a lot of the time, even when we're walking about and stuff, it seems fine. When you're staying in the same place for a while trying to get different shots, it can get really cold. So I'm going to do that, also bringing hats and gloves, even though it is May and it was like 20 degrees last week. It's just unpredictable, so I don't want to be caught off guard. So we've had a little bit of a disaster and all the plans have now gone to pot, basically. We were running slightly late for the boat anyways because the traffic was just insane, so I phoned up and just to let them know, like, we'll be 5 minutes if there's any way they could hold the boat. Oh no dear, all the boats are cancelled today. The weather's too bad, and when we were driving to this bit of the island, the sea on the other side of the island didn't look that bad, so it didn't even cross my mind, but we were like, why is it cancelled? And then we came over the brow of the hill and lo and behold, it's pretty choppy, which is such a shame. But there's literally no other way of us getting to Loch Rushk today, which is where I want to film. One of my segments was going to be a story on like wild kelpies that are apparently in Loch Rushk, and I can't. That's just the reality of Skye and its unpredictable weather and trying to film in it. You've just got to be flexible, so it is what it is, but pretty gutted because I was really looking forward to this filming day. Like, getting the boat over and stuff is just such a cool experience, and it would have looked so good. So a little bit gutted right now, but I will check back in with you when I've got more of a plan, I guess. I used this opportunity to get some footage for day 2 of filming, and that's actually a top tip of mine. When you're out and about on location, batch film. For example, here I was shooting for segment 2 and 3. Especially when your location is out and about and hard to access, you probably won't want to go back twice. And this again is why planning is so important, so you know exactly what shots you want to get while you're out. Good morning, it is 6:30, 2 days later from when I last spoke to you, and we got a message yesterday saying that the boat should be running to Loch Rushk today. I've woken up and very mixed weather. It kind of looks sunny, but I see a very grey cloud in the distance. So what I'm going to do is get ready and get prepped as if we're going, and then phone them just before we leave, which is what I should have done last time. But hopefully we're going to get there today, which would be really good. It looks so rough, it's way too early. The moment of truth. Thanks so much, see you soon. Oh, why am I so buzzing about that? Best news ever.
I just didn't think it was gonna be on. Okay, let's go to Loch Goush, guys. It's gonna be fun. And you know what? Everything happens for a reason, because the weather's looking so much better to be filming in today as well. So happy.
Day 4 of filming was just a dream, other than the fact that the weather kept going from rain to sunshine. But you know what? With my Canon EOS R50 V, it actually made it so easy to film with the ever-changing lighting. And I'm so glad that it was so easy to switch around the settings, because on the boat you've only got limited time to film, so you really need to be quick and be able to capture that footage on the go. You don't have hours to set up the perfect shot, you know? Later that day I headed back to the Old Man of Storr to get some final pieces of footage that I was missing of the actual Old Man of Storr, which is obviously essential, but we got there.
Hey guys, I have just finished editing my final hero video of the project that I've been working on and sharing the journey with you guys on, and it's so good. Is that weird me saying for myself? I don't know, but I'm just like really proud of it. I think when you compare it to the stuff that I usually put out, the quality is like so much better. Investing in better tools does have that reward. And yeah, I'm feeling the reward today. I don't know, I'm really proud of it. I feel like I've really managed to up my game, and it's given me some serious, like, not only motivation to think, okay, I could maybe do this and like really develop here, but also it's given me a lot of confidence. Like reflecting on even the start of this video, and I was so like scared with how it was going to go, in the sense that I've never really pushed my creative I didn't realise that I could up my game like this easily, and it really shows that it is a lot to do with the tools that you have, and like investing in better tools is obviously going to give you way better results. I don't know why I was scared to do so before. I think it just seemed really intimidating, like getting a proper camera and everything. I say proper because like compared to my phone or just something that doesn't seem technical. But with the Canon EOS R50 V, like I don't feel intimidated by it. It's so easy to use, like it's so user friendly. It's definitely for creators, and it's so easy to play around with the different modes. I've just found it so easy, and that's the most like amazing part about it. So I've been able to up my content, I think, so much, if I don't mind saying so myself. But honestly, like that's not I'm not meaning it in a cocky way. I just mean it's very obvious when you look at this hero video compared to the stuff I usually put out, that the standard is so much higher and the quality's higher. And yeah, it also has given me like more creative freedom, because when I record on my usual like phone or whatever, it's literally just a case of record, stop, record, record, stop, record. But here I was like really getting to, I don't know, use my creative brain and play around with things, and yeah, just be more creative with it. And I had so much fun. I literally had so much fun creating it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I've been able to try so many new things, and with that I've been able to tell a way better story, which I'm so glad, because these folklore stories, you know, they deserve to be told properly, and I hope I did them justice.
So, you know, this is your sign. If there's a story you've always wanted to tell or a dream project that you've always wanted to do, whether it's folklore, fashion, food, whatever, I feel like it deserves to be told the way that you feel it and the way that you want viewers to feel it. And you know what I've learned from this whole creative process is you don't need a film crew to do it. Yourself and a good quality camera is genuinely enough. So I really couldn't recommend, if you're trying to up your content game, the Canon EOS R50 V. Such a game changer for me. In fact, this behind the scenes video has also been filmed on the same camera, so it's not only good for vertical but obviously this kind of storytelling as well. There will be a link for it in my description. It is an affiliate link, but I genuinely can't get over the difference, and I hope you guys will think that as well, even watching this video back compared to some of my other YouTube videos. You can let me know in the comments how you guys thought about it, and if you want to go and watch my hero video now, I feel like if you've made it all the way to the end, you have to see the finished results. It'll be over on my TikTok and Instagram. I'll also leave a link for that, so hopefully you guys can see the difference and feel the way that I wanted the story to make you feel. As always, if you've made it to the end of this video, I always ask a wee question. Let's have a discussion in the comments, and today I feel like it's only appropriate I ask, what dream content would you make if nothing held you back? Okay, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Bye!